I'm not even like a sexual person like that towards like I just want to sleep with you and that's it. Like if I'm doing that, then we're gonna be together, and you know, I do regret though. I do regret the way that it happened.
How you got with Ray? You regret that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't regret Ray because of like obviously my kids wouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
But I do regret how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when you decided to pursue Full Things with Ray, was it?
I just wish I would have thought about it some more. You know, I was young. Wish I would have thought about it some more.
How old were you when you started dating Ray?
I was maybe like 26. Maybe like around that age.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, when you're that age, you're like, oh my God, I'm almost 30. You know. Yeah, I was around like heading toward like the mid 20s, late 20s.
And like you said, at this time, you're thinking about babies, not Birkins, right?
Yeah.
So you want a relationship.
I've never been like a materialistic person, you know. Even though I love gifts,
Yeah.
but I just love thoughtful gifts. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you thought about me, you bought me something. But once I have like 10, it's like, and like you know, I mean, I've always wanted to be a mom. Always, I've always had pets. Every pet you can think of. I've always had like the motherly instinct, and having kids was like just the most important thing to me, like ever, is being a mom.
Did Ray sweep you off your feet with his like personality and just being fun? And was it like, did you instantly like just was into him just based on like everything he presents himself to be?
It wasn't instantly. It wasn't instantly. It was like it wasn't instantly. It was like after yeah, because when I first met him, it wasn't like ooh, you know. But he kind of just like grew on me, I would say.
Did he pursue you hard?
No, I feel like it happened so fast. He didn't pursue me. It was like, so around the time, it was New Year's, and we were like at a party, like in San Francisco at a party, and then I feel like that's when like it clicked.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just like, we want to be together.
And how was in the beginning of your relationship with Ray, how was it?
PBM puts together our prescription drug benefits, helps us in our strategy, and gives us the data that we need to make informed, cost-effective decisions. PBM is very transparent. And also, the PBM marketplace is very competitive, but we have the relationship. Our PBM is part of our family. It's more than a partner.
All right, y'all. Welcome to Shirley TV. So this is Miss Princess Love interview. So you know they always have to have commercials.
Are you looking for shoes that are good for your kids' feet? Rainless footwear is designed to keep your kids happy.
All right, let's get back to the show.
It was good. It was.
So you know, Princess Love that you know, married. She's married to Ray J.
His friendship, we had a good friendship, and then I felt like he was still living that life. You know what I mean? That I thought he would grow out of, which he still has not grown out of. You know, I saw potential in him because, you know, he had a strong foundation. His parents are together, and you know, he didn't have any kids. I liked that about him. He didn't have any kids. Came from a good family. Yeah, we made each other laugh.
Does his mom like you?
I feel like we both like each other now.
In the beginning, wasn't that way?
Mm-mm.
Why?
Just because she's just, she's Sonia Norwood. She's a very strong woman. She's always had a very like close relationship and business relationship with her kids, and I get it. Yeah, she's very like firm when it comes to people who are coming into the circle.
The Norwoods, yeah. Yeah, she's very protective of that circle, yeah. And here you are,
And
this
she
pretty
should be.
girl.
Yeah.
Because people have different
Did she just
reasons
think like, child, this is one of raised girls
come
on the
in.
beach?
She was always nice to me.
That's the same way with us.
She
We
was always
all,
nice to me,
everybody
and I felt like
should be
once,
protective of who comes into your circle, around your kids,
maybe
around
she started
yourself,
getting
around your
serious.
family.
It was just like little like things here and there, and it's like
So this Princess Love,
You
so
know,
her and Ray J is in the middle of a
would notice
divorce,
certain,
so it hasn't been
statements that would be made.
finalized yet.
We would bump heads, and we bumped heads for a long time. Even like I feel like we just got to a really really good place, maybe like in the last 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because of the kids, probably. Did that help?
Just the kids, and we just have an understanding. We've been there, we've done that. We've had our arguments, we've bumped heads. It's like there's nothing else to do but either we like each other or we don't like each other. We respect each other or we don't. And I feel like we're in a space to where like I can, even if me and Ray aren't together, I can call her for anything.
Mm-hmm. What is your relationship with his sister Brandy?
We're good. That's like my sister. I check on her, she checks on me. But she's like, she's always working and stuff like that. That's my kid's aunt. They only have one aunt.
Mm-hmm.
And she's always been, really sweet to me. We've had our ups and downs. I feel like every family has their ups and downs, but for the most part, like everybody loves each other.
Mm-hmm.
Whether Ray and I are together or not, like, I'm still checking on her and offering to bring her some soup,
Mm-hmm.
when she doesn't feel good.
So the Norwoods, do you feel like they finally accepted you?
Yeah, because I feel like they didn't have the choice, really.
Because we saw Love and Hip Hop, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know that, like you said in the beginning, it was definitely a challenge to navigate that relationship. But it seems like you guys have found a way to sort of like.
Well, yeah, I got to a point where I just didn't care. It's like I don't care if you don't like me. I've done all I can. I've tried my best. And if you don't like me, then you just don't like me. And if you don't like me, I won't come around.
Well, the good thing that we see, though, is the fact that you've never had moments, and again, on Love and Hip Hop, it's very different because obviously you're filming, but in terms of a social media moment, you never blasted them in the ways that obviously if you wanted to just be a petty girl, you could have, but you always came across to me as a woman, despite some of the challenges you faced, right? You always, to me, respected that foundation.
Yeah.
And did not do anything to purposely cause any friction.
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's like nothing to blast, or whatever I feel I have to say to you, I can say to you, and I don't have to put it on social media. I don't see what good could come out of that.
When you did Love and Hip Hop, one of the things that I always, because I watch the show.
I don't.
You don't watch it anymore. Why?
I just don't. I don't really watch TV. I don't.
So I listen, I've been a fan of yours since you got on the show, and you always struck me as this woman. Me, and this is me just watching the show. You always came across as don't start none, won't be none. You know what I mean? Like you've been a woman like I'm here to exist, and it is what it is. One of the most famous scenes, obviously, from Love.
I didn't even want to be on TV.
How did that opportunity become about? Like, did the producer reach out to you?
Well, when Ray and I first got together,